Let me ask you something simple. How do you know you're still aging well? Is it the way you feel when you wake up in the morning? Is it your ability to carry groceries, walk with confidence, or remember what your grandson told you yesterday? Well, here's the truth. Aging well isn't always obvious. It doesn't show up in big, flashy ways. It hides in the little things, the everyday habits, the quiet abilities that most people overlook until they disappear. If you're between 65 and 80 and you can still do the 7 things we're about to go through together, you're not just holding on, you're thriving. You're staying ahead of the curve in a way that truly matters, with your strength, your independence, and your clarity. This video isn't about running marathons or lifting weights. It's about noticing the signs that your body and mind are still working with you, not against you. And some of these signs might surprise you. Before we dive in, take a second to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a video built just for you. And while you're here, leave a quick comment. Type yes if you're still feeling strong these days, or just say hello and let us know where you're watching from. We love hearing from you. All right, 7 small things. 1 powerful message. You are stronger than you think. Let's begin. Sign 1. You can stand up from a chair without using your hands. Let's begin with something simple. So simple, in fact, that most people never think twice about it. Standing up from a chair without using your hands. Now, it might not sound like much, but this small act speaks volumes. If you can still push yourself up from a seated position using only your legs, no armrests, no hands on your knees, you're doing something that many people in their 70s and 80s quietly struggle with. And you might not even know how important that is. Why does this matter? Because standing up without using your hands tells us 3 important things. Your legs are still strong, your core muscles are still engaged, and your balance is still working for you, not against you. As we age, one of the first areas to weaken is the lower body. It often happens gradually. You sit down more, move around less, and before long, even simple movements become harder. But losing strength in your legs isn't just about muscle. It's directly connected to your independence. Think about it. If you can't stand up without help, what else becomes more difficult? Getting out of bed, using the bathroom, getting up after tying your shoes or picking something up from the floor. Now let me tell you about someone named Carol. She's 74 and full of life, but a few months ago, she started noticing that she was using the arms of her chair more often to get up. At first, she brushed it off. It's just the chair, she said. But then it started happening more often, in restaurants, at church, even at home. That's when she decided to do something about it. She didn't join a gym or hire a trainer. Instead, she added a few simple movements to her morning routine. Seated leg lifts, standing from a chair slowly and with control, and holding herself in a standing position for 10 seconds before sitting back down. Within weeks, she noticed a difference, not just in her legs, but in her confidence. Because here's the truth. The ability to stand up with strength is one of the clearest indicators of future mobility. And future mobility? That's freedom. That's being able to do what you want, when you want, without fear of falling or depending on others. So try it. Sit in your chair. Cross your arms over your chest. Now stand up without using your hands. Was it easy, smooth, or did it take effort? Whatever your result, don't worry. This is something you can improve with just a few minutes a day. And every time you do it, you're not just exercising your muscles, you're protecting your independence. Sign 2. You can walk at a steady pace without feeling out of breath. Let's talk about walking. Not the kind of walking where you're strolling through the park on a Sunday afternoon. I'm talking about walking with purpose, moving through your day without needing to stop and catch your breath. If you're between 65 and 80, and you can still walk at a steady, comfortable pace without feeling winded, that's more than a good sign. It's a sign your heart, lungs, and muscles are still working in sync, just like they should. A lot of people don't realize this, but your walking pace says a lot about your overall health. Researchers have even found that walking speed is one of the most accurate predictors of longevity in older adults. Not your blood pressure, not your weight, your walking pace. Because here's the thing, walking well doesn't just mean you're mobile. It means your entire system is functioning smoothly. Your heart is pumping blood efficiently. Your lungs are supplying enough oxygen. And your legs, your balance, your coordination, they're all holding strong. But here's the catch. The change often happens slowly. One day you're walking to the mailbox and back with no issue. A month later, you're stopping halfway up the driveway to take a breath. It's subtle, but it matters. Let me share a story. A friend of mine named Joanne, 78 years old, used to take a walk every morning after breakfast. She didn't walk far, just around the block. But then she started noticing something. She was slowing down. Her breathing was heavier. She found herself needing to pause halfway. At first, she told herself it was nothing. Just a bad night's sleep, she'd say. But after it kept happening, she decided to take it seriously. So she made a change, not a drastic one, but a consistent one. She started with shorter walks, focused on breathing deeply, and paid attention to her posture. She even practiced standing tall while walking, keeping her shoulders back and chin up. After a few weeks, not only was she walking farther again, she felt more energized throughout her day. The science backs her up. Studies show that seniors who walk at a brisk pace, around 2.5 to 3 miles per hour, tend to have a lower risk of heart disease, better memory, and even sharper thinking. That's because walking helps stimulate circulation to the brain. So in a way, a strong walking pace isn't just good for your legs, it's good for your mind too. Here's a simple way to test yourself. Pick a flat spot, like a hallway or sidewalk. Walk 10 feet at your normal pace. Then walk 10 feet like you're trying to catch an elevator before the door closes. If you can do that without getting out of breath, you're in great shape. And if not, that's okay. This is something you can absolutely improve. Start by adding just 5 more minutes of walking each day. Focus on posture. Take deep, steady breaths. And most of all, keep going. Because the more you walk, the better you'll walk. And the better you walk, the longer and stronger you'll live. Sign 3. You can balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds. Let's talk about something most people don't think about until they lose it. Balance. If you're between 65 and 80 and can still stand on one foot for at least 10 seconds, that's a powerful sign that your body is aging well. It means your muscles, nerves, reflexes, and coordination are all still working together as a team. And believe me, that's no small thing. Good balance isn't just about standing tall. It's about staying independent, being able to step off a curb, get dressed without wobbling, or reach for something without the fear of falling. In fact, many doctors now consider balance to be one of the top predictors of fall risk in older adults, and falls are the #1 reason seniors lose their independence. Now let me tell you about someone named Frank. He's 76 and has always taken pride in being steady on his feet. But one morning while putting on his socks, he caught himself reaching for the dresser to stay upright. He hadn't noticed it before, but that little moment made him pause. Something felt off. He didn't fall. He wasn't dizzy. But something in his body wasn't quite in sync anymore. So Frank made a decision. Every morning before breakfast, he started doing a simple balance routine, standing on one foot near the kitchen counter, shifting his weight from side to side, doing gentle heel-to-toe steps down the hallway. At first it was tough. He could barely hold his balance for 5 seconds, but he stuck with it. And over the next few weeks, he saw progress. 10 seconds, 15. And more importantly, he felt stable again, walking with more confidence and less hesitation. That's the beauty of balance. It's not just a physical skill, it's a mental one too. The more stable you feel, the more confidently you move through the world. Here's a simple way to check where you stand, literally. Stand next to a sturdy chair or countertop. Lift one foot gently off the floor. No hopping, no leaning. just stillness. Count to 10. Can you do it? If yes, great. You're keeping your system sharp. If not, don't panic. Balance can be trained at any age. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. And the reward? Fewer falls, more freedom, and a body that feels strong, steady, and under control. Sign 4. You can get down on the floor and back up without help. Here's a big one. If you can still get down on the floor, and more importantly, get back up again without needing help or grabbing onto furniture, you're doing something many people your age can no longer manage. Now, I get it. Most of us don't spend much time on the floor past the age of 60. But think about it. Life still brings us there from time to time. Dropping the remote, playing with the grandkids, reaching for that storage bin under the bed. And what happens if you fall? Can you get back up? This ability to get up off the floor is one of the clearest indicators of overall mobility and independence. It shows strength in your legs and hips, flexibility in your back, and coordination in your whole body. It also tells us something about your confidence, because when people start avoiding the floor, it's often not about the knees. It's about fear. I know someone who went through exactly that. His name is Joseph. He's 78, a retired firefighter, a strong guy. But a while back, while visiting his daughter, his young grandson asked him to sit on the floor and play a board game. Joseph paused, not because he didn't want to play, but because he wasn't sure he could get back up again. That moment stuck with him. The next day, he started working on mobility, slowly, gently. At first, he practiced kneeling down beside the couch just to see how it felt, then sitting, then getting back up without using his arms. He didn't rush it, but he stayed consistent. Weeks later, not only could he get down and back up with ease, but he did it without thinking twice. He even started sitting on the floor intentionally just to keep it part of his routine. You see, when we stop using certain movements, our bodies forget how to do them. But the opposite is also true. When we practice, we preserve. So here's a little test. Stand near a sturdy chair. Slowly lower yourself down to a seated position on the floor. Pause. Now try to get back up without pulling on the chair or needing help from someone else. Could you do it? If yes, that's a major win. If not, don't worry. You can rebuild this ability with small steps. The key is to stay curious, stay consistent, and stay willing to challenge yourself just a little bit each day. Because when you can rise from the ground on your own, you're not just standing up, you're taking control of your independence. Sign 5. You can carry a grocery bag without struggling. Now here's a sign of strength that actually matters in real life. Not how much you can lift at the gym, but whether you can carry a bag of groceries without feeling like it's too much. If you're 65 or older and still able to carry a full grocery bag, say a few cans, a carton of milk, maybe some produce, without stopping, shifting it between hands, or needing help, that says a lot about your functional strength. And functional strength is what keeps you independent. You see, real-world strength isn't about bench pressing weights or doing push-ups. It's about managing the things that life throws at you, literally. Carrying groceries, holding a laundry basket, lifting a pan out of the oven, reaching into a cabinet. These tasks may seem small, but they rely on a complex system of muscles: your grip, arms, shoulders, core, and even your legs. And here's something you might not know. Researchers have found that grip strength, just your ability to squeeze something, is one of the most accurate predictors of future health outcomes in older adults. In fact, some hospitals even measure grip strength to assess a senior's risk of complications after surgery or hospitalization. Let me tell you about Richard. He's 75 and always prided himself on being self-sufficient. But one day after shopping, he noticed something. The grocery bags felt heavier. Not because there was more in them, but because he wasn't as strong as he used to be. He had to set them down halfway through the driveway. It shook him a little. He didn't feel weak, but something had changed. So he decided to take matters into his own hands. Literally. He started with light strength exercises at home, nothing extreme. Just shoulder raises with soup cans, slow arm curls, and even squeezing a tennis ball to improve grip. It didn't take long. Within a few weeks, the bags felt lighter, and more importantly, he felt like himself again. Here's what's important. Strength is not just about your muscles. It's about confidence. It's about knowing you can take care of what needs to be done without hesitation or fear of dropping something. Want to test it? Grab a bag with a few household items, books, canned food, a bottle of water. Can you carry it across the room? Up a flight of stairs? To and from the car? If yes, fantastic. Keep those muscles moving. If not, that's okay too. You can rebuild strength anytime, as long as you're consistent and patient with yourself. Because the goal isn't to be a bodybuilder. The goal is to stay capable, to do the everyday things that make life feel normal, independent, and free. Sign 6. You can climb a flight of stairs without stopping. Let's be honest, stairs aren't exactly fun at any age. But if you're between 65 and 80 and can still climb a full flight of stairs without stopping to rest, you're doing better than most people your age. Because here's the thing, stairs test almost every part of your body at once. Your heart has to pump harder. Your lungs have to bring in more oxygen. Your legs need the strength to push you up step by step, and your balance and coordination have to keep you steady along the way. It's like a full-body stress test, built right into your house. So if you can make it up a flight of stairs without grabbing the railing, without losing your breath, without needing to pause, you're showing signs of strong cardiovascular health, good endurance, and excellent muscular support. Let me share the story of George. He's 73 and lives in a 2-story house. For years, he never thought twice about going up and down the stairs. But then one day, he noticed something small. He had to pause at the top. Not for long, just a few seconds. But it was new, and it bothered him. He could have started avoiding the stairs. He could have moved his bedroom downstairs like some of his friends. But instead, he made a decision to use the stairs as his training ground. Every morning, George walked up and down the stairs, slowly at first. He focused on taking deep breaths, using his legs evenly and not rushing. Within a few weeks, that pause at the top, it disappeared. And not only that, he felt more energetic during the rest of his day too. You see, avoiding stairs only makes things worse. The less we use our muscles, the faster they weaken. But when we use them consistently and mindfully, they come back stronger. Here's a simple challenge for you. Try climbing one flight of stairs. Don't rush, just move at a steady pace. Can you reach the top without stopping to catch your breath? If yes, great. That's a clear sign your body still works as a team. If not, that's okay. The key is not to avoid the stairs. It's to practice them safely, a little bit at a time. Because the day you stop climbing is the day you start slowing down. And we're not here to slow down. We're here to stay strong, one step at a time. Sign 7. You wake up feeling rested and ready for the day. Let's finish with something that often gets overlooked, but quietly says a lot about your overall health, how you feel when you wake up. If you're between 65 and 80 and still wake up most mornings feeling rested, clear-headed, and ready to take on the day, you're doing something incredibly right. And chances are, your body is working better than you think. Sleep isn't just about rest, it's about repair. While you sleep, your body goes into recovery mode, restoring tissues, balancing hormones, strengthening your immune system, and clearing waste from your brain. And yet, for many older adults, sleep becomes fragmented, light, or restless. That's why waking up feeling refreshed is such a powerful sign. It means your body is cycling through sleep properly. Your brain is recovering. Your heart rate is calming. Your system is working like it's meant to. Let me tell you about Roger. He's 74 and used to sleep like a rock. But then came the tossing, turning, waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and not being able to fall back asleep. At first, he thought it was just age catching up. But after a while, he realized he was starting every day already tired, foggy, and irritable. So he made a few small changes. He started going to bed at the same time each night. He stopped watching TV in bed. He cut out caffeine after lunch. And he added a simple wind-down routine. Dim lights, soft music, and a warm shower. Within 2 weeks, his sleep changed. He wasn't sleeping longer, but he was sleeping deeper. And the best part? He woke up with energy again, ready to face the day, not recover from the night. Want to test yourself? Tomorrow morning, notice how you feel within the first 10 minutes of waking up. Are you alert? Is your mind clear? Do your body and brain feel like they've been refueled? If the answer is yes, don't take it for granted. That's one of the strongest signs that your body is still working in your favor. If not, that's okay. Small changes in your evening routine can bring sleep quality back, often faster than you think. Because waking up well isn't just about sleep. It's about how well your entire system is aging, quietly, gently, from the inside out. So let's take a moment and reflect. How many of these 7 signs did you recognize in yourself? Can you stand from a chair without using your hands? Walk with purpose without losing your breath? Balance on one foot? Climb stairs without stopping? Carry groceries with ease? Get down and up from the floor? Wake up feeling rested and clear? If you said yes to even a few of these, that's something to celebrate. Because these aren't just abilities. They're signs that your body, your mind, and your spirit are still strong and aging well from the inside out. And if there were a few signs you didn't check off, don't worry. That's not a failure. That's an opportunity. Because the truth is, it's never too late. Muscle can be rebuilt. Balance can be trained. Sleep can be restored. Your body is far more adaptable than you think. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one sign you want to work on, just one. Maybe it's climbing stairs. Maybe it's balance. Maybe it's feeling more rested in the morning. Whatever it is, start small, start today, and stay consistent. And let us know in the comments. Which sign are you proudest of? Which one do you want to improve? We read every comment, and your story might just inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you don't miss more content made just for you. We're here to help you stay strong, stay sharp, and stay independent, because your best years aren't behind you. They're right here, right now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.